Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Out of the Park Baseball 25, and today we are going to be playing the Dodgers as part of the 1969 Expos. And yeah, the last time we played the Dodgers we got swept, and the last time that we played against Don Sutton we didn't really do much, so hopefully we're gonna be able to score some runs today. Yeah, it's been a tough stretch lately. We haven't been winning many games. Let's see here. Alright, so for the first meetup, now we are on the West Coast. We are in LA, playing in Los Angeles. It's going to be Don Sutton for them, Bill Stillman for us. Which Bill Stillman is going to show up, you know, we never know. Let's take a look here. So the Dodgers don't have any injuries, so it's going to be pretty much the same lineup that we saw them with. It was last time back at home. Alright, so we also don't have any injuries. Not a lot of injuries so far. I mean, we're at the start of June, and I had a couple day-to-day injuries, and that's been it. Like, we haven't had anybody miss. Sometime now Coca-Cola Boy is hurt in the minors, but that's pretty much it. Alright, so Don Sutton, the pitcher on the other side. Alright, so Dodgers are going to go with Ted Sizemore batting first, playing second base. Wes Parker, the first baseman, batting second. Willie Davis in center field is going to be batting third. Batting cleanup today is going to be Willie Crawford in left field. Bill Sudeikis, the shortstop, is going to be batting fifth. Tom Haller, the catcher, is going to be batting sixth. Andy Cusco right is batting seventh. And Jim LeFevre batting eighth, playing third base. I am going to make a little change. And I'm going to play Jose Herrera at second base today. Alright, so I think I want to lead off with Klein and then have Maury Wills bat second. I haven't done that yet. Alright, let's try it like this. We're gonna give this a shot. Alright, let's play some ball. Sorry, my throat is a little unstable at the moment. Alright, so good old Dodger Stadium. And oh, look at that. I actually have some... I always said that I don't have the stadiums, but... oh well. Alright, so Ty Klein leading off here. We are on the road, top of the first, facing off against Don Sutton. And the game is underway. 1-0 the count. When he grounds it, oh, that looks like it's gonna be an error. Oh no, it's an infield hit. Okay, looked like an error to me. No, it looked weird. I'm gonna try and change that. Alright, I don't know. I think it's just the stadium that does that. Oh well. We'll have to learn to deal with it. Alright, so Maury Wills is now the batter with a runner on first thanks to the infield single. 0-1. And that's a base hit to right. Oh ho ho. Klein goes all the way to third base on the play, so we have runners on the corners and nobody out here. And the next batter is Rusty Stub. 3-1. And that's it to right, and it falls in for a base hit. That's gonna score a run, folks. We are up 1-0. That's beautiful. I don't even remember if we scored a single run against Don Sutton in the first time we faced him. Right, Mac Jones now with runners on first and second and nobody out, 2-2. And he struck out swinging. Bob Beatty now, 0-1. And that's a base hit to center. Whoa, is that gonna score a run? Oh, no. Oh, yes, that's a bad throw. Alright, so it's 2-0 for the Expos, thanks to a bad throw by their center fielder. And now there's 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out for Jose Herrera. No count to him. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first. The runner scores from third. It is 3-0 Montreal. Now Floyd Wicker, 2 outs, runner in scoring position at second base, 2-2. Grounds it weakly. Oh, that's going to be an error. Beautiful. Alright, so Don Sutton with an error. And now it is runners on first and third, 2 outs for John Bateman, 0-1. And he pops it foul. The first baseman is there, Parker, and that's out number 3. The Expos do score 3 runs, thanks partly to 2 errors by the Dodgers in the inning. And we are going into the bottom of the first. Ted Sizemore facing off against Bill Stillman. 1-1 the count. And he grounds it to second. Error with the good throw, that's out number 1. Wes Parker now, 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, so we might have the bad Bill Stillman on the mound today. Willie Davis is next, runner on first, 1 out, 2-0. Now he pops it, wheels after it. Catches it for out number 2. Now Woody Crawford, 2 outs, 2-2. Hits it to left. Mac Jones is there, and he catches it for out number 3. Top of the second incoming. Montreal is still up by 3 here at Dodger Stadium. We're going to have the pitcher Bill Stillman leading off the inning. 1-1. Grounds it to first. Parker to Sutton, and that's out number 1. Ty Klein now, 0-1. That's it to right. But Cusco's there, and that's out number 2. Maury Wills with 2 outs, no count. Rounds it to third, and that's an utter error for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have 3 errors in 2 innings. Well, even less than 2 innings. The second inning is not even over by now. Alright, so run on first 2 outs for Rusty Stub, 0-2. And he struck out looking. Alright, Bill Sudeikis leads off the bottom of the second for the Dodgers, 2-2 the count to him. And that's a base hit to center. Alright, so the Dodgers get a leadoff base hit. And now Tom Holler is the batter, no count. That's it to right. Stubb is there, catches it for out number 1. Alright, Andy Cusco now, runner on first, 1 out, 2-1 the count. He grounds it to third. Oh, and Wicker juggles it, so that's going to be an error of our own. So now there's 2 on, 1 out for Jim the 5. 1-1. Rounds it to second. 2 second for 1, back to first for the double play. That's an inning-ending double play, folks. We are heading into the top of the third, still up 3-0. Mac Jones, the batter, full count. Grounds it to center for base hit. Alright, so it's our turn to have a lead-off single. Now hopefully we can do something with him. Bob Bailey, no count. That's it to center, but pretty much right at Davis for out number 1. Yeah, he had to run a little, but not much. Easy play. Herrera now, runner on first, 1 out, no count. And grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Runner makes it to second base on the play. Sorry. Right, so Wicker now, runner on second base, 2 outs, full count. And he hits it to second base, and that's out number 3. Right, bottom of the 3rd, incoming here at Dodger Stadium, and it is Don Sutton, the pitcher, leading off. Full count to him. Rounds it to second. Herrera with the throw, that's out number 1. Ted Sizemore is next, 2 and 2. And that's a base hit to center. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out for Wes Parker, no count. Oh, that's a bad throw, so now the runner makes it to second base. So runner in scoring position, 1 out, 1 and 2. Oh, struck out looking, I love to see that when it's the opposition. Alright, Weedy Davis now, 0 and 1. That's it to center for a base hit. It's probably going to score a run here. Yep, it is 3-1 for the Expos. Runner on first, 2 outs for Woody Crawford, no count. And the runner goes, and it is a stolen base, so now there's a runner in scoring position. Full count. Oh, and that's out of here. And we have a tie ball game. If I remember... Well, welcome aboard, One Star Wars fan. If I remember correctly, Crawford also hurt us really bad in one game in the series we just played back at home. If I remember correctly, he had a 2-run home run and a grand slam in the same game. Right, Bill Sudeikis with 2 outs, 2 into the count. And he struck out. Alright, so Stoneman bounces back with the strikeout, but the damage has been dealt. We now have a tie game. It's 3 runs apiece. Top of the 4th with John Bateman leading off for us. 2-0. Grounds it to short. Sudeikis with the throw, and that's out number 1. Bill Stoneman now. 0-1. And that's a base hit to left. So why not base it by our pitcher here? You know, Ty Klein, who's been hot lately, and as such has been moved to the leadoff spot. He's now the next batter, runner on first, 1 out, 1-1. Oh, and he bunts. Oh, that's not a good bunt, though. Alright, so the sacrifice was not successful here. That's fielder's choice. So now Klein is at first, but there's 2 outs for Maury Wills, 1 and 2. And that's it to center, and that's a base hit. I'm not used to that angle that we're seeing, so I can't always tell if it's a base hit or not. Oh, the runner scores on the play. Alright. It's a double, 4-3 for the Expos. Expos take the lead back. When I tell you I'm not used to those angles, that's what I mean. Alright, Rusty Stubb, runner in scoring position, and 2 outs, 2 and 2. And that's it to left. That's going to be a base hit. His wheel's going to go. Oh, he is. And that's another run. No, they got him out. Oh, no. Alright, they got Wills out at home, so it is a 4-3 ball game. Bottom of the 4th now with Tom Holler leading off. Full count to him. Alright, that's fly to left, and Mac Jones is there for out number 1. Andy Costco is next with 1 out. And let me tell you, a 5-3 lead looks a lot better than a 4-3 lead. I want to know, I'm not going to complain because I took the lead back. Oh, that's going to be an error. But we're facing off against Don Sutton, one of the really good pitchers. So, all right. So an error on the play, runner on the first, 1 out for the 5, no count, and that's it to left. And that looks like it might no. It's caught at the track by Mac Jones for out number 2. The ball had a little bit of carry to it. At first I thought it might be a home run, and then I remembered just look at the runner on base, and he wasn't going, so I knew that it was going to get caught. Right, Don Sutton now with 2 outs, around first, 2 and 2. Struck out swinging. Alright, so we get out of the inning. The error does not come back to bite us in the behind. Top of the 5th, Mac Jones. 1 for 2 today, 1 and 2. And he struck out for the 2nd time today. Right, Bob Bailey now, 1-2. And he strikes out as well. So number 4 and 5 hitters go down on strikes. That's not good. And now Jose Herrera with 2 outs, 1-0. Grounds it to 2nd. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. It was a very quick 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 5th now. Ted Sizemore leads it off. Full count. And he walks. Alright, Wes Parker is next. 1-0. Oh, that's bunted, but poorly. It's popped at Wicker at 3rd base. That's out number 1. Willie Davis now, 2 and 2. Strikes out swinging. Willie Crawford now, 3 and 0. And he walks on 4 pitches. So now there's runners on 1st and 2nd, and 2 outs for Bill Sudeikis. 3 and 1. And he walks. Alright, that loads the bases. We don't like to see that. No, we don't. Tom Haller now, bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 and 0. And that's it to 2nd. Herrera takes it to the base himself. That's out number 3. The Dodgers load the bases in inning number 5, but they fail to score. Top of the 6th incoming, Floyd Wicker, the batter. Full count. Rounds it to 2nd. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Bateman now, 1 and 2. That's it to right, but pretty much right at Costco, and that's out number 2. Now Bill Stoneman with 2 outs, 0 and 2. And he struck out swinging. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for the Expos. Bottom of the 6th incoming. Costco leads that off. 2 and 1. Rounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Jim Lefebvre is the batter now. 0 and 1. It's at the center. Oh, what a play by Ty Klein there, who dives to catch this ball. And now Don Sutton, the batter, with 2 outs, 1 and 2. And that is out number 3, folks. Top of the 7th incoming, it's still a 1-run lead for us, a very meager lead here. Now Don Sutton has not walked anybody in this game. Right, 1 and 1. And oh, what a catch there by Sizemore for out number 1. So the Dodgers with a defensive gem of their own. Maury Wills now 0 and 2. Struck out swinging. Rusty Stubb 3 and 1. And he walks. Alright, so a 2-out walk. Hopefully we can make them pay for that. That's also the first walk of the game. Mac Jones running on first, 2 outs, 1 and 0. And that's it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. 1 walk and nothing else for the Expos. Bottom of the 7th incoming. Ted Sizemore leads that off. 1-0. Rounds it to short. Wheels with the throw. That's out number 1. Wes Parker is next. 0 for 2 for him today. 1-1. And that's it to the shortstop Wills as a liner. That's Scott for out number 2. So 2 outs for Woody Davis. 1-1. And that's it to right for a base hit. Alright, so Davis keeps the inning alive for the Dodgers. And that brings home Woody Crawford, who's always dangerous against us. Runner on first, 2 outs, 0-1. Grounds it to the pitcher. Oh, that's an error. Oh boy. So we also have 3 errors today. Not I don't like errors all that much, but yeah, I guess I'm served. Alright, 2 on, 2 outs for Bill Sudeikis, 2-2. That's popped. Wills gets underneath it and he catches it for out number 3. Alright, so a base hit and an error, but no runs come across the score. Bob Bailey leads off the top of the 8th for us. No count. It's it to center. And that's all the way to the fence. That's going to be extra bases. And that's a double for Bailey. So leadoff double for the Expos. So hopefully we can do something with that. With Jose Herrera next. 3-1. Rounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Bailey makes it to third on the play. And now we have Wicker as the next batter. 2-2. And he struck out looking. ARG disapproves. Alright, John Bateman now, runner on third, 2 outs, 0-1. And that's a base hit to center. So here's our extra run. Thanks to a single by John Bateman with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. It is now 5-3 for the Expos. And Bill Stoltman is the batter. I'm gonna keep Bill Stoltman in. I might regret it, but I want to do it. Alright, runner on first, 2 outs for Stoltman, full count, and he struck out swinging. I probably should have pinch hit for him. Oh well. Alright, Tom Haller leading off the bottom of the 8th. The Expos are now up by 2. No count. And that's it. Oh, that's foul. Thank God. Whew. Alright. 0-2 now. Struck out swinging. Perfect. Ron Ferry comes in as a pinch hitter. 2-2. It's it to short. Wills with the throw. That's out number 2. And now Jim Lefebvre is the next batter with 2 outs, no count. It's at second base and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Dodgers go down in order in inning number 8, top of the 9th incoming. We have Ty Klein facing off against the reliever Ray Lamb. 3-1 the count. And he walks. Maury Wills is next, runner on first, nobody out, no count. And that's a base hit to left. Alright, so we have, whoa, Ty Klein here, going all the way to third on the play. Alright, so now we have 2 runners on bases on the corners, and they both have a little bit of speed. And now Rusty Stubb is the batter, and there's nobody out. 3-0, and he walks on 4 pitches. Bases loaded, nobody out. Mac Jones comes to the plate. With one swing, you can really silence down the stadium. 2 and 2. And that's a base hit to right. Alright, that's not a grand slam, but we'll take it. We'll take it. So 2-run score. It is now a 7-3 for the Expos. Bob Bailey is next. 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out. No count. And that's a base hit to left. 1 runner scores, and that's all. So Mac Jones stops at third base on the play. So we have runners on the corners and nobody out. It's now 8-3 to score. Jose Herrera, the batter, 1-0. And that's it to right. Oh, that's cut there for out number 1. And I believe the runner went. And it is now 9-3. A little bit of a surge there in inning number 9. Oh, they had enough. They're bringing in a lefty, Jim Brewer, to face off against Floyd Wicker, who is also a lefty. 1-1. Hit to center. Davis is there. And that's out number 2. Runner goes back to first on the play, of course. Now, John Bateman, the batter. Full count. And he struck out looking. Alright. Well, the Expos do put 4 runs on the board. It is now 9-3. And I was gonna go for the save, but I might see if Stoneman can close out this game. Ron C., the batter, comes in as a pinch hitter. 1-2. Struck out looking. Ted Sizemore is next. 1-0. It's it to right. Stubb is there. Oh, little diving on the ground, and that's out number 2. And then Wes Parker, the last out for the Dodgers. 3-0 to count. And he walks on 4 pitches. Now Willie Davis is the batter. Around first, 2 outs. 2-2. And that's it to left for a base hit. I think I'm gonna pull Stoneman. He is tired. Alright, so now there's 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And it's the dangerous Woody Crawford. I ain't messing with that. Well, I guess I'm gonna bring McGinn. Shaw's tired. It's not a safe situation, but that's okay. I keep doing that anymore. I don't know why. Alright, so Crawford the batter now. 2 runners in scoring positions, 2 out. Dan McGinn comes in relief to Bill Stoneman. 0 to the count. And that's it to center for a base hit. Whoa. So that scores a run. It is now 9-4. Are the Dodgers going to come back and win this game after 2 outs? I don't know. Bill Sudikis, the next batter. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. No count. And that's it. To center for a base hit. It is now 9-5. Tom Haller is next. 2 on, 2 outs. 2-2. That's it to short. Wills with the throw, and that's the end of the game. Whoa. Right, so a nice 9-5 victory. We'll take it. It wasn't the prettiest game. Lots of errors and stuff, but, you know, we come up on top. That's what matters. Alright, so Bill Stoneman goes 5-4 in the year. Not too shabby. Juan Marichal gives Philadelphia goose eggs. Ugh. We didn't face him. We just played the Giants, and we didn't face him, so... Yep, 4.5-star player, 31 years old. He's still going to be good for a while. Look at last year's stat. In 68, he went 26-9. That's pretty good. I would put it in the category of fairly good, I guess. All right. We're going to go ahead and advance until tomorrow. All right. I don't think there's been any movement to talk about. Nope. Alright, so we are going to be facing off against Don Drysdale for game number 2. We're going to be sending the lefty Larry Jaster on the mound. So let's go ahead and play this game. I'm going to go ahead and keep this lineup here. I like to do that after a win. And then Dodgers are going to go with Sizemore, Parker, Davis, Costco, Sudeikis, Haller, Crawford, Lefebvre. So same players, line up a little bit different because it's a lefty. Alright, let's get going. Alright, so game number 2, Maury Wills leads off here at Dodger Stadium. No count to him. Facing off against Don Drysdale. In real life, I believe that was his last season. Last time we played him, I looked it up. That's how I remember it. I could be wrong. Alright, and Wills with a little infield single to the pitcher, so almost looks like Drysdale was a little nonchalant on the play. Alright, Manny Mota is next. Run on first, nobody out. 1-1. Oh, he tried to bunt, but he missed it. 2-2. That's it. Oh, that's it. Well, all the way to the fence in the alley and right. Alright, so now that's... Did the run score? I can't see. No, he didn't. Alright, so 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out for Rusty Stubb. 0-1. Rounds it to short. East run out at first. The runner scores on the play. The other runner makes it to third base. It is 1-0 for the Expos. Runner on third and 1 out for Mac Jones. 1-1. Oh, he got drilled. So now we have runners on the corners and 1 out for Bob Bailey. 1-2. Strikeout swinging. 2 outs now for John Bateman. 1-0. That's it to center. Davis is there. And he catches it for out number 3. Expos score once. 1-0 Montreal here. Going into the bottom of the first with Ted Sizemore leading off. 3-1. And he walks. Leadoff walk for the Dodgers. And now Wes Parker is the next batter. 1-1. Rounds it to third. And we're only going to get the runner out at second base. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Oh, Mota got hurt, but he's able to shake it off. Alright, Willie Davis, now the batter. Runner on first, 1 out. 3-1. Oh, that's popped. And Wicker basically barely has to move. Catches it for out number 2. For a second, I thought that Bateman was going all the way to get that one. Costco now, 2 outs, runner on first, 1-0. And that's a base it to center. Oh, and they try to push the runner to third, but he gets thrown out by a good throw by Ty Klein. Top of the second incoming, still 1-0 for the Expos with Floyd Wicker leading off. 2-0. And that's it to right for a base hit. Alright, so a leadoff single for the Expos. Ty Klein is next. Around first, nobody out. Full count. Oh, he struck out swinging. Looked like ball 4 too. Alright, runner on first, 1 out for Larry Jaster. He's probably gonna bunt. Nope, he got drilled. Alright. So 2 on, 1 out for Maury Wills. Full count. And he walks. Ho ho. Now we have the bases loaded and only 1 out for Manny Mota. 2-1. That's it to right. And that's got there by Costco for out number 2. Runner scores on the play. It is 2-0 for the Expos. Oh, Holler got hurt, but he stays in the game. Alright, so runners on the corners now. 2 outs for Rusty Stubb. 2-0. Grounds it to first. Parker takes it himself, and that's out number 3. Expos add 1 run to their lead. It is 2-0 Montreal. Going to the bottom of the second with Bill Sudeikis leading off. 1 and 2. That's it to left, and that's going to be a base hit. Balls in front of Mac Jones. Runner on first, nobody out for Tom Holler, 3 and 1. And he walks. Woody Crawford, 2 on, nobody out, 2 and 0 to count. And that's a base hit to center. Oh, the runner goes, and I think he's going to be safe. And he is. It is a 2-1 game. And all the runners advance on the play, so there's 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out for Jim Lefebvre. 3 and 1. And he walks. Oof, that has the potential to suck. Bases loaded, nobody out for Don Drysdale. 2 and 0. Grounds it to third. We get the runner out at home. And we get the runner out at first. So that's a double play. I never see those converted. I think it's maybe because it was the pitcher that was running. Alright, so all of a sudden there's 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position for Ted Sizemore. 1 and 1. Grounds it to third. Wicker with the throw. That's out number 3. Pretty decent overall, given the fact that we loaded the bases and only allowed 1 run with nobody out. That's pretty impressive. Actually, we didn't allow any runs after they loaded the bases. The run was allowed prior to that. Mac Jones leads off the top of the third. We are still up 2-1 now. No count. Grounds it to the pitcher. And that's out number 1. Bob Beatty is next, full count. That's it to center. And that's got there by Davis for out number 2. John Bateman is now the batter, 2 and 0. And that's it. Super high, but not very deep. And Sudeikis is there for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Expos. Bottom of the third with Wes Parker, the batter. No count. Oh, that's a base hit to center. Alright. So leadoff single for the Dodgers. And now Willie Davis comes to the plate. No count to him. And he is thrown out at first for out number 1. Runner in scoring position now. 1 out for Andy Costco. 0-2. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. The runner had to hold that second base. That's beautiful. And now Sudeikis with 2 outs. No count. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out for out number 3. Alright. 1 base runner, but no damage. Top of the fourth, Floyd Wicker, 0-2. Strikeout swinging. Ty Klein, 2 and 1. That's it to center. Davis is there. That's out number 2. Now Jasser with 2 outs, 1 and 1. And he pops it. Alright, so nothing to show for the Expos again. Bottom of the fourth incoming, Tom Holler the batter, 2 and 1. And that's it to right. Oh, Beatty here with a nice jump, and that's out number 1. Woody Crawford is next, 0 and 1. That's it to center, and right at the track is Klein, and he catches it for out number 2. Now Lefebvre is the batter, 2 outs, 1-0. Rounds it to first, and that is out number 3. Dodgers go down in order again. Top of the 5th, Maury Wills the batter, 1-2. Rounds it to short, and he's thrown out for out number 1. Manny Mota now, 1-0 to count. And that's it to center for a base hit. Whoa, that it was hit about as hard as a good old ARG grounder to the shortstop. On the rare occasions that I would actually hit the ball. Alright, runner on first, 1 out for Rusty Stubb, 1-0. And that's it. Straight at the second baseman for out number 2. Alright, run on first, 2 outs for Mac Jones, 1-0 the count. That's it towards second base, and that's all the way into the center field. Oh! And then Davis misplays the ball. Alright, so that was a base hit, but the runners advance on the error, so now there's 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs for Bob Bailey. That's a good opportunity to pad the RBI stat here. No count. Oh, that's a bad pitch. 3-1 the score. Alright, 1-2. And that's it to left for a base hit. 4-1 the score now. Alright, beautiful. Alright, Expos are now up 4-1 in the top of the 5th. John Bateman the batter. Runner on first, 2 outs, 1-1. That's it to left for a base hit. Our guys don't hit hard, but you know, it falls fair. That's what matters. Floyd Wicker, 2 on, 2 outs, no count. Oh, that one's hit hard. That's out of here. Opposite field home run for Floyd Wicker. That's a 3-run blast. It's 7-1 now. 404 feet. And all of that after 2 outs too. Right, so they had enough. They're gonna bring in Bruce Brubaker. That's a fun name to say, Bruce Brubaker. And that's a real person too. All right, Ty Klein the batter, 2 outs, 1-1. And he pops it for out number 3, more than likely. Yep, that's cut by Holler for out number 3. The Expos add 5 runs here on the board. It is now a 7-1 affair in LA. Dodgers are going to keep Brubaker in the game. He's going to be batting now against Jaster. 1-2. Grounds it to third. Wicker with the throw. That's out number 1. Right, Sizemore is next. No count. Grounds it to first. Bailey with the throw. Oh, that's an error. Oh, the error is on Jaster, not Bailey. Bailey made a great play, but Jaster bubbled the ball. So runner on first, 1 out for Parker now, 0-1. Grounds it to short, and we're only going to get the out at first. So runner makes it to second base on the play, but there's 2 outs now for Woody Davis. No count. That's it to right. Stubb is there, and that's out number 3. Alright, top of the 6th incoming. Still a 6-run lead for the Expos. Larry Jaster facing up against Brubaker. Full count. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown at first for out number 1. Maury Wills the batter, 2-2. And he pops it. Holler is there, that's out number 2. Manny Mota is next, 1-0. That's it to left. And that's cut for out number 3. Expos go down in order in inning number 6. Bottom of the 6th incoming, Costco leads off. Jaster still on the mound. 1-0 to count. That's it to left, and a nice jumping catch there by Wicker for out number 1. Sudeikis is next, 2-2. Strikeout swinging. I think that's his first strikeout, isn't it? It is. Alright, Holler with 2 outs, full count. Grounds it to 3rd, and Wicker with the throw, and that's out number 3. Top of the 7th now. I wonder if that Holler is like in the same family. There was an NHL defenseman named Kevin Holler. I wonder if they're in the same family. More than likely not, but it's not a last name I've seen super often in my life. So I am wondering. Now I have a good friend that watches those, and whenever I wonder things like that, he usually chimes in. So JT Dutch, if you catch that and you know the answer, let me know. Right, Rusty Stubb here, top of the 7th, 1-0. Alright, he flies it to left, and it's cut there by Crawford for out number 1. Mac Jones is the next batter, 2-1. Grounds it to 1st, and that's an easy play for Parker for out number 2. Alright, 2 outs now for Beatty, 2-1. That's it to center, and that's cut for out number 3. Bottom of the 7th, Weedy Crawford leading off that inning for the Dodgers. I'm gonna switch to my very faithful water right here. When I do out of the park baseball, I talk a lot, so it's sometimes I need to drink. So, all right, Crawford, bottom of the 7th, 1-1. Jaster is still on the mound. That's it to left. Jones goes after it, and he catches it for out number 1. Lefebvre is next, 2-1. Yeah, and he pops it. And Wills is there for out number 2. And now Ron C is next, 1-2. Grounds it to short. That's a good throw to first for out number 3. Top of the 8th incoming. The Expos are still up 7-1. Like Joe Moore is now on the mound for the Dodgers. John Bateman is the batter, 1-1. That's it to right for a base hit. Opposite field single here for Bateman to lead off inning number 8. Floyd Wicker now, he had a 3-run blast earlier. 1-2. Grounds it to second for 1, back to first for the double play. 4-6-3 double play. Alright, Ty Klein, 1-0 to count, 2 outs now. Grounds it to second. Sizemore with the throw, and that's out number 3. Alright, so the Expos got a runner on base, but that was erased quickly. Bottom of the 8th, Ted Sizemore facing off against Jaster, 1-0. That's it to center for base hit. Wes Parker is the next batter, runner on first, nobody out, 1-1. Grounds it to second. And we're only going to get the runner out at first on the play. Runner makes it in scoring position. There's 1 out for Willie Davis. No count. And that's it to right for a base hit. Falls in front of Rusty Stubb. Right, runners on the corners and 1 out for Andy Costco. Oh, Jasper's starting to be tired. No count. That's it to center. Klein at the track. He catches it for out number 2. The runner is going to score on the play, and it's going to be 7-2 now. So 1 out, 1 on, 2 outs for Sudeikis. 0-2. And that's it to right to left, sorry, for base hit. Alright, 2 on, 2 outs for Tom Haller. 0-1. That's a base hit to center. Alright. And that's gonna score a run. So it's now 7-3. And there's runners on the corner. Oh, we got somebody out. Somebody, I think we got the guy that was trying to go to third. Yep. We got the guy out at third. So it's 7-3, top of the 9th. Larry Jasser, yeah, that's gonna be it for you, buddy. You're gassed. So we're gonna bring in Jim Ferry as a pinch hitter. Alright, 1-1 to count. That's it to short, and that's going to be a base hit. Infield single for Ferry. Now Maury Wills is the batter, runner on first, nobody out, 2-1. And that's it to right, and that's cut there for out number 1. Looked like maybe it was going to be a base hit, but it's not. Manny Mota, runner on first, 1 out, 1-1. Grounds it to second. And that's going to be an inning-ending double play. Bottom of the 9th incoming. We are up 7-3, sorry. I was going to say 7-4 for whatever reason. Now we're going to bring Dan McGinn to close that out. He's our stopper for a reason. He's the guy we want to finish the game. Why do I always do that? I used to never do that. Alright, Willie Crawford leading off the bottom of the 9th, Expos up 7-3. 3-0 to count, so not good, not a good start. Walks on 4 pitches. Alright, Jim LeFevre is next, runner on first, nobody out, 1-1. Grounds it to short, to second for 1, to first for the double play, so there's 2 outs now. And Len Gabrielson is the batter. Last out for the Dodgers. 3-1 to count. And he walks. Alright, so McGinn with a bit of control issues in inning number 9 here. Ted Sizemore is next. 2-2. That's it to center. And that's cut there by Klein for out number 3. Alright, so the Expos take 2 out of 2 from the Dodgers so far. Pretty proud of my boys. So a nice 7-3 win. Peterson baffles Chicago batters. That's Fritz Peterson with the Yankees. And then Williams skunks California. Stan Williams of Cleveland. Alright, we're going to advance. So tomorrow. Okay, there's probably no movement. And there's none, as I just said. I'm going to save just in case. There are potential big storms incoming where I live, so just in case that the power gets knocked out. Alright, so we are going to be playing game 3 out of 3. We won the first 2. We look pretty good, pretty proud of ourselves. We're in LA. We're probably going out to celebrate or something, although it's 1969. Well, we still probably go out to celebrate, right? I mean, I know nothing, but I would at least think that I know that. Alright, so we're going to be sending Mudcat Grant on the mound. He finally got a win last time out, pitched fairly decently. Fred Norman is going to be on the mound for the Dodgers, the lefty. I believe we faced him already. So let's play ball. Right, I'm gonna keep this lineup. I mean, you don't change something that wins. Sizemore, Parker, Davis, Crawford, Sudeikis, Haller, Costco, Lefebvre. Same players for the Dodgers as well. So let's play game number 3, folks. Alright, Murray Wills leading off the game here, facing off against Fred Norman. 3-1 the count. That's a base hit to center. Alright, leadoff single. I like to see shit like that. Alright, runner on first, nobody out for Manny Mota. No count. Oh, Wills is going. That's a stolen base. That's his 8th stolen base of the season. I have a little bit of speed on the team, but we don't steal that often because I don't have incredible speed. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, as you can see, everybody in my lineup has stolen at least 1 base, but nobody has double-digit steals, and the Dodgers are not running all that much either. I guess they don't have a lot of speed either. Manny Mota is now the batter runner in scoring position. 2-2. That's it to center for a base hit. Is Wills going? I think he did. Hey, it is 1-0. We have scored in the first inning in every single game in this series. That's a good way for success right there. Right, runner on first, nobody out for Rusty Stubb. No count. The runner goes. Oh, and he's gonna be out. Alright, so Mota not able to steal the base like Murray Wills did. So now there's 1 out and nobody on. 3-1. And Rusty Stubb walks. Right, Clendenon. Why is Clendenon playing? Oh, yeah. That's true, I forgot. So last time out with Jero Nullet, we decided to give Clendenon a little bit more playtime. So now he's starting against lefties. I forgot about that. Runner on first, 1 out. No count. Clendenon hits it. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. They got the runner out at second base. So now there's 2 outs, runner on first for Bob Bailey. 0-1. That's it to center. Davis with a bit of a run, but he gets it for out number 3. Expos get on the board. It is a 1-0 game. Ted Sizemore facing off against Mudcat Grant. 1-1. And that's it to left for a base hit. Right, runner on first, nobody out for Wes Parker, 2-2. That's it. Oh, that's cut by Wicker. Good jump there. Alright, so 1 out, runner on first for Davis, 3-0. Walks on 4 pitches. So 2 on, 1 out for Crawford, 1-1. And that's it to right. Stubb barely has to move. And that's going to be out number 2. For Bill Sudeikis, 3-1. And he walks. Bases loaded. Mudcat Grant usually. Now, he hasn't been great necessarily for us, but usually he has better control than that. Alright, so Tom Haller now. Bases loaded. 2 outs, 2-1. Grounds it to second, Mota to first, and that's out number 3. Top of the second incoming. Our lead is intact. John Bateman leads off, 2-2. And that's a base hit to left. Alright, so Bateman has been playing a little bit better lately. That's good. Alright, Floyd Wicker now, runner on first, nobody out. 0-1. Oh, Wicker with the bunt here. And that's a good sacrifice hit, so now we have a runner in scoring position and only 1 out. For Ty Klein. Full count. And he walks. 2 on, 1 out for Mudcat Grant, who's batting .391 this season. 1-1. It's at the third. They get the runner out at first for out number 2. But now there's 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. We need a base hit from Maury Wills, 1 and 2. That's it to right. And that's a good throw to first for out number 3. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody comes in across to score for the Expos. Bottom of the second incoming. 1-0 the lead. Andy Costco leading off against Mudcat Grant, 2 and 1. Oh, looks like that's gonna be out of here. And it is a tie game, 1-1, thanks to the solo blast by Andy Costco, 414 feet. Jim LeFive is next, no count. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Fred Norman, the next batter, the pitcher, full count. Grounds it to short. Oh, that's going to be an error. Nope, just a good play, I guess. Alright, so 2 outs now for Ted Sizemore, full count. That's a base hit to center. The inning is still alive for the Expos. Wes Parker now with a runner on first, 2 outs, 1 and 1. And that's it to right for a base hit. And the runner makes it to third on the play. So now there's runners on the corners and 2 outs for Willie Davis. 1 and 2. Oh, he pops it. Pops it foul. Bailey's there. That's out number 3. Get out of here. Game is tied, however. Top of the third. Manny Mota leading off. 3 and 1. That's popped. And that's cut there by LeFive for out number 1. Rusty Stubb now. 2 and 2. And that's going to be a base hit to right. Alright, so Stubbs stops at first with a single. So runner on first, 1 out for Don Clendenin. 1 and 2. And he struck out swinging. Bob Bailey now with 2 outs, 1 and 2. Oh, that's a bad pitch. Stubb makes it to second base on the play. 2 and 2. And Bailey strikes out. Alright, so runner in scoring position stays at second base. Bottom of the third, Woody Crawford, the batter, no count. And that's it to right, and that's got there by Stubb for out number 1. Still 1-1 here in the bottom of the third. Bill Sudeikis, the batter, with 1 out, 1 and 0. That's it to left, and that falls for a base hit. Right, so there's a runner on first and 1 out for Tom Haller, 0-1. Grounds it to third, 2 seconds for 1. That's a double play. Alright. Yeah. Inning ending double play. Top of the fourth incoming. John Bateman, the batter, 2 and 2. And he struck out looking. Floyd Wicker now, 2 and 2. And he struck out looking. Man, I'm not liking this. Ty Klein with 2 outs, 2 and 2. Struck out swinging, oh boy. Struck out the side. Bottom of the fourth, Andy Costco now, 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Oh, maybe we are going to strike out the side. Very doubtful. Mudcat Grant doesn't strike out many batters. Jim LeFive is next with 1 out, 3 and 1. Grounds it to second. Mota with the throw. That's out number 2. Right, Norman now with 2 outs, 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. I feel like my bottle has a weird shape, like it's been bent or something. Alright, Mudcat Grunt leading off here. The top of the fifth. We're still deadlocked at 1 run apiece. No count. And that's it to left for a base hit. Mudcat Grunt with another base hit. Man, I swear to God, I'm about to bat him clean up whenever he's on the mound. Alright, Maury Wills, runner on first, nobody out. 0-1. Rounds it to second. They get Grant out at second base, but that's the only out. Fielder's choice, runner on first, 1 out. Oh wait, who got hurt? Sudeikis, but he can remain in the game. Alright, Manny Mota, runner on first, 1 out. 0-1. Oh, that's a bunt. And that is successful, so now there's a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. For Rusty Stubb, 0-1. And that's a base hit to center. Is that good enough to score Wills? Ooh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, that was a bad pitch. Or a bad throw, sorry. So it's 2-1 for the Expos. The Expos regained the lead. 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Don Clendenin. No count. Clendenin hits it to right, but Costco's there. That's out number 3. Expos get a run. 2-1 the score here in Los Angeles. Bottom of the fifth. Sizemore the batter, 1-2. And that's it to second, or the liner cut by Mota for out number 1. Wes Parker is next, no count. That's it to right. Oh, that's cut there by Stubb, who tumbles and does a cartwheel or something. 2 outs now. Weedy Davis, 0-1. Rounds it to third. And that's out number 3. Alright. Nice and easy inning there. Top of the 6th, Bailey leads off. 1-1. That's it to center. Davis covers some ground and catches it for out number 1. Alright, John Bateman is next. 1-0. Grounds it to short. And that's out number 2. Floyd Wicker is next. Full count, 2 outs. And that's a base hit to left, and that's going to be extra bases. It goes all the way to the fence almost. And that's going to be a stand-up double for Wicker after 2 outs, so the inning is still alive. And Ty Klein is the batter. Klein has been doing pretty decent lately. No count, they're going to walk him. I don't know why. Mudcat Grunt is quite possibly my most dangerous hitter in the lineup. Right, Grant with 2 on 2 outs. 1-1. And he hits it to second, and that's out number 3. Alright, we hold on to our very small lead here. 2-1. The Expos heading into the bottom of inning number 6. Willie Crawford leads that off. 1-1. And that's, oh, what a play there by Mota to catch this ball. That's out number 1. Bill Sudeikis now, 2-1. That's it to right. Stubb is there for out number 2. Tom Haller now, full count. And that's it to right. And Mota to Bailey for out number 3. Top of the 7th incoming. We're holding on to dear life with our 1-run lead. And we have Maury Wills leading off the top of the 7th. 2-1. Rounds it to second. That's out number 1. Manny Mota now, 2-1. Grounds it to third. That's out number 2. Rusty Stubb with 2 outs, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Expos go down in order. Bottom of the 7th incoming. Still 2-1. Andy Costco leads off, 2-2. Oh, that's popped. Mota goes after it. He gets it for out number 1. Jim Lefebvre is next, no count. Grounds it to the pitcher, and that's out number 2. And now Ron C is next, 1-1. That's it to right for a base hit. Alright, so runner on first, 2 outs for Sizemore, no count. Grounds it to third, and that is out number 3. Alright, so top of the 8th incoming. Clendenon leading off, and Ray Lamb is now the relief pitcher. Clendenon is 0 for 3 today, 1-2. That's it, right at the third baseman, Lefebvre for out number 1. Bob Beatty now, 0 for 3 as well, 3-1. That's it to left for a base hit. Alright, so Bob Beatty here gets a base hit. 1 out base runner for John Bateman. Full count. And he walks. Alright, 2 on, 1 out for Floyd Wicker, 0-2. Oh, that's a bad pitch. So now we're going to have 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out, 1-2. Oh, Wicker strikes out. Alright, Ty Klein now, 1-1. That's it to left for a base hit. Alright, good insurance runs, I like that. And both of them score, it's 4-1. 4-1 the score. 2 outs, runner on first for Mudcat Grunt. We're gonna keep him in the game. He's been pitching well. No count. And that's gonna be a base hit to center. And oh yeah, so the runners advance on the play too. So now we have 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs for Maury Wills. 1-1. Grounds it to short. That's going to be out number 3. The Expos do get 2 more runs on the board. It's now a 4-1 game. Wes Parker facing off against Mudcat Grant here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-0. And that's going to be a base hit to left. It barely squeaked through, but it did. Willie Davis, runner on first, nobody out, 2-2. Grounds it to second. We're gonna get the out at second base, but that's the only out we're getting. That is a fielder's choice with a runner on first and 1 out now for Willie Crawford, 1-2. Grounds it to the pitcher. We get the runner out at second. Nope, we don't. That's an error. Alright, so 2 on, 1 out for Bill Sudeikis. And for a 3rd game in a row, I'm gonna bring McGinn in. He's tired, but he can do it. I believe in him. Alright, so Dan McGinn comes in. Bill Sudeikis, the batter, 2 on, 1 out, 0-1. Grounds it to third. And we get the out at second base and then the out at first. That's an inning-ending double play. And it is still 4-1. Manny Mota facing off against Ray Lamb, who is still on the mound. No count. Top of the 9th, Expos up 4-1. That's it to center for sorry. And it's cut by Davis for out number 1. I'm starting to have a little bit of mental fatigue from calling 3 games in a row. Rusty Stubb now with nobody on and 1 out. Full count. Oh, that's it to center. It looked like it was it pretty well, but it's cut there by Davis for out number 2. Now Clendenon, 3-1. And he walks. Alright, so a 2-out walk for Clendenon, and that's going to bring up Bob Beatty. 1-0. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. Oh, it's not. Okay, that looked like one. Alright, so that's the end of the inning. Bottom of the ninth and counting. The Dodgers need to string around some base hits to, if they want to win this one. Tom Haller leads off, 2-1. Rounds it to short, Wills with the throw, and that's out number 1. And DeCusco now, 1-1. That's it to right, and that's out of here. That's a home run. That's the second home run of the game. It's now 4-2 for the Expos. Jim LaFave is next, 1-2. That's it weakly to right. Stubb barely has to move, and that's out number 2. Alright, one more out left for the Dodgers. Len Gabrielson comes in as a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Full count. And he walks. Oh, the tying run now is at the plate, and that's Ted Sizemore. No count. And that's it to left for a base hit, and that's going to be extra bases. Aye, aye, aye. Alright, so now there's 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. For Wes Parker. 3-0, and he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, I've seen enough. We're gonna bring in Don Shaw to face off against the lefty Willie Davis. Alright, Don Shaw. Bases loaded, 2 outs, facing off against Willie Davis, 2-2. And he struck out swinging. Woo! Alright, so Shaw gets his first save of this season. I thought that Megan could do it, but it was starting to look a little scary out there, so yeah. Alright, so we swept the Dodgers on the road. That's pretty impressive. Oh, Jim Johnson had 5 hits against us in the minors. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and finish today. Oh, AL Star of the Week name, Carl Yastrzemski for Boston. In the National League, it's Lee May. He's hurt us a couple times. Not really a whole lot of our players here that are being looked at for the All-Star game. We have Maury Wills, that's second in voting for shortstop. That's about it. Alright. So we've been playing decent. No, not that decent. Where are we? Oh, here we are. Yeah, we have. Alright. And then tomorrow's a day, not tomorrow, today's a day off, so we're gonna go ahead and advance that as well. Alright, so we're gonna, next time out, we're gonna be playing the Padres for a 3-game series. And no movement, of course, so we're gonna go ahead and save. And now remember, we had that 10-game losing streak, and we faced the Padres. We lost the first game that made it the loss number 10, and then we won the last 2 games of the series, and that's when we started to turn things around a little bit. So hopefully we can do good again against them. They are 21-36. We're definitely a little bit better than that. We're 26-29. We're 4th in the East, 6.5 games behind the Mets. Mets are first, well tied with the Pirates. Alright, so that's gonna be it for me tonight. So as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in, but for now it is ARG out, so peace out folks, and I'll see you all next time.